Muletrain!
And it is about time for the Muletrain news program on this Monday, March the 28th, 2016, brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Funeral arrangements have now been set for former Bailey County Judge Glenn Williams, 100 years of age, for this coming Saturday, April the 2nd at 11 a.m. at the Ellis Funeral Home Chapel here in Muleshoe. And repeating, funeral service for Judge Glenn Williams will be held Saturday, April the 2nd at 11 a.m. at the Ellis Funeral Home Chapel in Muleshoe, with Dr. Stacy Connor, the pastor of First Baptist Church of Muleshoe, officiating and under the direction of Ellis Funeral Home. Judge Williams died on Tuesday at the age of 100. He was born August 18, 1915 in St. Louis, Oklahoma. Judge Williams accompanied his family when they moved to Bailey County in the 1920s. Times were tough during the Dust Bowl days in West Texas, and with his family struggling to make a living, he dropped out of school as a sophomore to help his father on the farm. Around that time, when he was 15 years old, his mother died. On January 23, 1939, he married Gladys Holt in Clovis, New Mexico, after which they moved to the Stegall community south of Muleshoe, where they farmed and ranched. While living in Stegall, he served as Bailey County Commissioner from 1945 until 1948. In 1954, after his election as Bailey County Judge, the family moved to Muleshoe, where he served in that capacity for 24 years. From 1955 until 1966, and then again from 1971 until 1982. During the first decade serving as county judge, he was honored by his inclusion in Men of Distinction in Texas alongside Texans such as Governor Price Daniel, Senator Ralph Yarbo, Speaker Sam Rayburn, and Cal Farley. During his second decade in the office, Williams was appointed to the position of County Program Specialist by then-Governor Dolph Briscoe. He served 12 years as chairman of the 15-County Criminal Justice Advisory Committee, 4 years as chairman of the 15-County Advisory Committee on Aging, and a few years on the area-wide Board of Directors of Department of Human Services. During that period, he served on the Mental Health and Mental Retardation Center's Board of Trustees in Plainview, as well as on the committees and boards for Criminal Justice, Aging, and Department of Human Services. Many of the cases over which he presided as county judge are documented in two books he published, Here Comes the Judge and Here Comes the Judge Again. He has also served as a columnist in the Muleshoe Journal and was an ordained minister of the Primitive Baptist Church, for which he traveled, preached, and published various religious books. A special thank you from the family goes to Dr. Purdy, the hospital staff, and staff at Parkview Nursing Care Center. He was preceded in death by two brothers, Scott Williams of Seagraves, Conrad Williams of Stegall, and two sisters, Chloe Klutz of Lubbock and Flora Casey of Sulphur, Oklahoma. He is survived by his devoted wife, Gladys, of 77 years, two daughters, Betty and her husband, Ray Bernard, of Muleshoe, Gwen and her husband, Benny Splon of Amarillo, and one son, Randy, and his wife, Annette Williams. McGregor, 8 grandchildren, 14 great-grandchildren, and 16 great-great-grandchildren, and other family and friends. In lieu of flowers, suggested memorials are to the Parkview Nursing Care Center, 1100 West Avenue J, or to your favorite charity. And repeating, memorial service will be held on Saturday, April the 2nd at 11 a.m. for Glenn Williams, 100 years of age, of Muleshoe, at the Ellis Funeral Home Chapel here in Muleshoe, with Dr. Stacy Connor, the pastor of First Baptist Church, officiating. Glenn Williams died on Tuesday and was a resident of the Parkview Nursing Care Center. Please keep this family on your prayer list today. Funeral service has been set for Larry Kirk, 75, of Muleshoe. He passed away over the weekend, and it will be 11 a.m. Thursday morning at the Calvary Baptist Church, with Brother Jeff Kaufman officiating. Larry died over the weekend, as we mentioned, and he is survived by his wife, Pat. He was a member of the Muleshoe High School class of 1959. Full obit is still pending with Ellis Funeral Home to be released later on Monday, but please keep the family of Larry Kirk on your prayer list today. Again, funeral service set for 11 a.m. Thursday Thursday morning at the Calvary Baptist Church with Brother Jeff Kaufman officiating. Please keep his wife, Pat, on your prayer list and all of his children. He was 75 years of age, again, and a member of the Muleshoe High School class of 1959. Also pending with Ellis is the funeral arrangements of Angie Castillo, 38 years of age of Muleshoe. She also died over the weekend and was employed at Watson Junior High working with the special education department. Please keep the family of Angie Castillo on your prayer list today. Funeral services are pending with Ellis Funeral Home. News from Louis Pacheco, one of the directors of the MHS One Act play. He says Muleshoe High School's phenomenal cast and crew of Sparks Fly Upward worked diligently and left a lot of passion and energy on the stage last week on Thursday at Tulia during the District One Act play competition. It was a great day and a great show. Unfortunately, the One Act play experienced a few mistakes that proved costly, and they did not advance out of the district. Muleshoe received more acting awards than any other school in the district, and that speaks volumes for the Muleshoe High School One Act Play students. Those that were named to the honorable mention all-star cast included Allegra Mora, Dylan Miller, Mario De Hoyos, Chris Flores, and a member of the all-star cast, Marilyn Melendez. And be looking here on Reach Broadband Channel 6. Later on this month, we'll have the one-act play of Sparks Fly Upward. Of course, the MHS Fine Arts Night to Shine will be on April the 14th, and you can go and hear all the band, choir, see all the art, and see the MHS one-act play of Sparks Fly Upward. That's April the 14th. Monday's Muleshoe Mules baseball game versus Dimmitt has been moved to Tuesday at 4:30. Varsity only will play. That's Monday's game. The Mules versus Dimmitt baseball has been moved to Tuesday at 4:30. District golf will be all day today on Monday. The boys are in action at Dimmitt, and the girls will be here in Muleshoe. So good luck to our golfers in district play today. Tennis meet will be on Thursday in Levelland, and of course Friday will be the Muleshoe Invitational track meet at Benny Douglas Stadium. Saturday at 12 noon, baseball will be in action at Friona, and also at noon, softball will be at Dimmitt. Star tests are going on all this week in all of our schools, so good luck to all of our students. Make sure that your kids get good rest and good breakfasts before they take the STAR test this week. Judy Kaufman has been hired as the new director of the Bailey County Aging Services at the courthouse, which also takes care of the Muleshoe Meals on Wheels program. She began this Monday morning, and you know Judy as she worked for many years at Higginbotham Bartlett here in Muleshoe. We think that's a great hire as Judy Kaufman begins this morning over the Office of Aging Services at the Bailey County Courthouse, and of course one of those big responsibilities is the Muleshoe Meals on Wheels program, along with some of the senior transportation services. And she began this morning. Of course, she is the wife of Jeff Kaufman, the pastor of Calvary Baptist Church, and Judy worked for many years at Higginbotham Bartlett here in Muleshoe. Secure your life with fast technologies available through 5 Area. Whether you're in Muleshoe or anywhere in the world, security and automation services for your home, farm, or business available now through your hometown company, 5 Area. Plans starting now at $20 per month. Fast Technologies offers live and recordable video surveillance. Control your door locks and garage doors, whether you're in your recliner around the corner or in Dallas. Lighting control and motion detection. Door and window sensors. Receive alerts through text, email, or phone. Plans again starting at $20 per month. Call today, 5 Area, 806-272-5533, or go by their website at 5area.com. They will also be happy to give you an on-site demo, so stop by their offices today, 302 Uvalde Street on the west edge of Muleshoe. A DSL internet connection is required. That's home, farm, and business security and automation services available through Fast Technologies at 5 Area. Call 806-272-5533 for more information. This edition of the Muletrain News is brought to you today by 5 Area Telephone, West Plains Telecommunications. On Saturday, the high was a warm 72 degrees and the low was 34. And you know, Saturday evening, a cold front moved through the area and brought some big winds to Muleshoe. And behind us, north of us, it snowed a little bit. At 7:57 p.m. Saturday night, Muleshoe got a 72-mile-per-hour wind gust as that cold front moved through the area. Then on Easter Sunday, yesterday, it was a little bit cooler with a high at 62 and low at 22, and a much calmer day and pretty Easter Sunday here in the Muleshoe area. Looking at our forecast for today, on Monday, sunny, high near 74 degrees, south winds 15 to 20 miles per hour, mostly clear tonight, low around 43, south-southeast wind, 15 to 20 miles per hour, gusts as high as 30 miles per hour tonight. Patchy blowing dust tomorrow on Tuesday. A fire weather watch already issued for most of the day on Tuesday from 1 p.m. until 8 in the evening. Sunny, high near 80 degrees for tomorrow on Tuesday. Windy south-southwest wind 15 to 20 miles per hour, increasing to 25 to 30 miles per hour. Later that afternoon, winds could gust as high as 40 miles per hour. Partly cloudy Tuesday night, low around 41. Windy again, wind gusts can get as high as 40 miles per hour Tuesday evening. Wednesday, sunny, high near 68 degrees, windy with the west wind 10 to 20 miles per hour, increasing to 20 to 30 miles per hour. Wednesday afternoon, wind gusts as high as 40 miles per hour. Mostly clear Wednesday night, low around 27, windy again. Thursday, sunny, high near 65, north winds only 5 to 10 miles per hour, so a little bit calmer day on Thursday. Mostly clear Thursday night, low around 28. Friday, mostly sunny, high near 61 degrees, east-northeast wind 10 to 15 miles per hour, partly cloudy Friday night, low around 32. 5 Area Telephone, West Plains Telecommunications has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned.
Do you have family in town? Well, if you do, come to Liao's, where families come together. Liao's is a family business that started in Muleshoe. They are located at 1010 West American Boulevard and serve the best of Mexican food and other treats. See you at Liao's. That's where my family goes when we are in town.
And this edition of the Muletrain is brought to you today by Liao's Mexican Restaurant, along with the First Bank, where First Bank is proud to announce First Bank online, www.fbmuleshoe.com. Transfer funds easily between accounts, make loan payments, view current and previous statement activity, pay bills online with Bill Pay, banking anytime with 24/7 access. Call or come by today, 202 South First Street, 806-272-4515. The First Bank is now online, www.fbmuleshoe.com. The First Bank is member FDIC. Recover close to home at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center with their swing bed program. It's for Medicare patients discharged from Muleshoe or any other hospital following an acute illness, injury, or surgery, but still need time and physical therapy to heal and strengthen before going home. Call today Lucy Garcia, RN, at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center, 806-272-4524 to see if you or your loved one qualifies for the swing bed program. Available now at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center, 806-272-4524, 708 South First Street, right here in Muleshoe, Texas. Well, if you've noticed, Mom is gone and will be for the next several weeks as she is staying down in Bryan with Peyton and his wife Alicia and Julia and Isla. One of the things she's down there for is my niece Julia Reynolds won first place in the 2016 George Bush Presidential Library and Museum Essay Contest. Julia is a 10-year-old fifth grader at Johnson Elementary School in Bryan. She was selected by her writing teacher, Ms. Amanda Williams, to enter the contest. She will receive $50 and a trophy to be presented on April 14th at the Annenberg Presidential Library Conference Center's Freimeyer Auditorium at the Bush Library in College Station there on the campus of Texas A&M University. School students from 15 counties entered the contest, and Julia was the only first-place winner from Johnson Elementary. The essay had to be on the subject of American conservation heritage, and Julia wrote about artist Thomas Moran's diary at Yellowstone National Park. And again, that program to give her first place trophy and $50 award will be on April the 14th at the Annenberg Presidential Library Conference Center in the Freimeyer Auditorium, and Mom is down there to see that, so she'll be gone for several weeks. Mom is already helping Peyton and Alicia pack up as they have purchased a home in Wimberley, Texas, just south of Austin, and they will be moving there from Bryan at the end of the school year. Over the weekend, when Mom was with Peyton and Alicia and Julia in Wimberley looking at homes, they went into the Blue Willow gift store. Mom bought them an item, and the owner introduced herself. She was Lakita Nettles of Johnson City, a Muleshoe native. She is a graduate of Muleshoe High School in the class of 1972, and her sister LaQuines Herman graduated in 1974. She was originally Lakita Herman, and she is the owner of the Blue Willow in Wimberley. Her daughter Angie, who lives in Kyle, said that her grandparents, who everyone knew as Red and Gladys Herman here in the Muleshoe area, listened to Gil Lamb on the radio every day, so it was good running into Muleshoe natives in Wimberley. The Bailey County Commissioners Court is meeting in regular session this Monday morning at the Bailey County Courthouse at 11 a.m. Items on the agenda include approve the minutes from the previous meeting and review, approve, and order payment of county bills, review departmental records and reports, consider the possibility of enforcing a burn ban due to the drought. That's all going on at 11 a.m. this Monday morning, March the 28th, at the Bailey County Courthouse, regular session meeting of the Bailey County Commissioners Court. On our bargain basement today, we have for sale a brown glider rocker and swivel brown chair that reclines and has a stool. Call Debbie Hammer, 806-272-7346 or 806-946-8073. That's for sale a brown glider rocker and a swivel chair that reclines and has a stool. Call 806-272-7346 or 946-8073. Debbie Hammer. The Spring Blood Drive will be at Muleshoe High School on Wednesday, April the 6th from 9 until 3. You must be 17 years of age to donate, or with a parent's signed consent form, you can be 16 years of age to donate. You must have a photo ID. Contact Sharon Johnson, the nurse at MHS, to make an appointment. 806-272-7309. That's the Spring Blood Drive at MHS will be Wednesday, April the 6th from 9 until 3. Contact Sharon Johnson, 806-272-7309 to make an appointment. Dr. Susan Davis is the new doctor at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center. Her office is formerly where Dr. Joby Claiborne's office was inside the hospital. So good luck to Dr. Susan Davis as she begins her practice here in Muleshoe. Sylvester Torres will retire from the city of Muleshoe after working for more than 40 years. A retirement reception will be held for him Tuesday, March the 29th from 3 until 4:30 in the council chambers at City Hall. So everyone is invited to this retirement reception for Sylvester Torres. He's retiring after 40 years of being employed for the city of Muleshoe. It will be Tuesday, March the 29th, 3 until 4:30 at the council chambers at City Hall. Saturday, April the 2nd, the Student Community Action Club auction on Channel 6 will be held of their homemade baked goods, so make sure to look for it on Saturday here on Reach Broadband Channel 6, as well as on our website, muleshoetv.com. Wedding shower selections now available at Frying Cox here in Muleshoe, 401 South 1st Street for Natalie Head and Brian Glendenning, Shelby Burris and Brandon Burris, Janae Powell and Joey Johnson, and Monty Kirby and Veronica Lopez. They're beginning to get their spring plants in now at Frying Cox, including pansies, lavender, strawberries, rosemary, also sweet red, Georgia sweet, and Texas sweet onions, and more now at 401 South 1st Street, Frying Cox, right here in Muleshoe. BK Boutique's spring collection is now in at 200 East 21st Street, Clovis, New Mexico. They're closed on Mondays, but open 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Tuesday through Friday, and 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. on Saturdays. Their spring collection is now in at BK Boutique, 200 East 21st Street in Clovis, New Mexico. Call them at 575-762-1848. Again, they're open 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Tuesday through Friday, and 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. on Saturdays at BK Boutique, where their spring collection is now in. On the front page of our website now, muleshoetv.com, as well in our rotation here on Reach Broadband Channel 6, you can meet the new City of Muleshoe Animal Control and Code Enforcement Officer Jesse Parks and find out about weed, automobile, and animal codes that he'll be actively enforcing. You can see that video on the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com, as well find it on our rotation here on Reach Broadband Channel 6. Also on our website, you can find our interview from June the 11th, 2013, an interview we did with Judge Glenn Williams, remembering him at the Parkview Nursing Care Center. Please keep the family of Judge Glenn Williams on your prayer list today, as well as the family of Angie Castillo and Larry Kirk. Also needs to be on our prayer list is Jinx Myers, who fell and broke his hip last week and was taken to Covenant Medical Center in Lubbock. Please keep Jinx Myers on your prayer list today. Remember Dr. Joby Claiborne, also Cleo Ward, along with his wife Ruby, Jerry and Bill Savuto. Remember Mrs. Wayne Pearson of Nazareth, formerly of Muleshoe. Shirley Boyd Anderson of Amherst needs to remain on your prayer list today. Terry Obenhouse, Carlos Guerra. Remember Hannah Simmons, Reed Markle, Harper Lee Kirby. Remember Eliza Dodd. Also, Mike Pugh, David Gallman, Francis Maramontes, Carol Precure, Marjorie Precure, Susie Clonch, and her husband Jim Pat, Jean Paul and Corlin Jarman, Irma Mendoza, Michael Richardson, Laverne Smyer, Marion Wilson, Wani Frazier, Evelyn Ellington, James and Wanda Kemp, Jean Kemp, also Joe Copley, Martha Honeycutt, Debbie Lovelady, Gail Morris, Gail Wilcox, Joseph and Janie Carpenter. Gary Freeman needs to remain on your prayer list today. Among others, keep all these people on your prayer list today. Don't forget Larry Thornton on your prayer list. He recently had a heart transplant surgery in Dallas, and there is a fund established to help with his medical expenses at the First Bank here in Muleshoe, according to Rhonda Eagle. Please keep Larry Thornton on your prayer list today, of course, and his wife, Diane. She was the secretary at the First United Methodist Church, and, of course, Larry, the pastor at Richland Hills Baptist and the editor of the Muleshoe Journal. Please keep Larry Thornton. Again, the heart transplant surgery was last month on February 14th at Baylor Hospital in Dallas. A fund established for his medical expenses at the First Bank here in Muleshoe. Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bank along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News program rotating on Reach Broadband Channel 6. As well, find our Muletrain News programs available free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. A love of ketchup. Details in a moment on the Sound of Texas.
And the Sounds of Texas are brought to you here on Reach Broadband Channel 6, as well as MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe as well as in Morton. They're celebrating 76 years of rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric. They're owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504 or go by their website, bcecoop.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the CEO, manager, David Markle, all hope that you enjoyed this Sounds of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
I am one lucky guy to have the two brothers that I had. I'm the oldest of three.
Jack Ed Irons of Dallas admired his mother.
She raised three boys. There was a plaque on her wall that said, there's a special place in heaven for the mother of three boys. Somebody had written on that plaque, especially your three boys.
Ketchup was a big deal among the three brothers.
My brothers and I loved ketchup. We put it on everything, and much to the chagrin of my dad. He didn't really like that too much, but he put up with us. However, they put us on rationing, trying different techniques. They finally settled on, we will provide you with one ketchup bottle each per week, and if you run out, that's it, because you're not getting any until the next week. Well, we devised a way to sell ketchup back and forth to each other, maybe even sneak some from the others from time to time, but we were famous about that.
Did you label the bottles with your names on them?
Oh, of course.
Where did you keep them?
In the pantry. We would try to hide our individual ones in the back so the other brothers wouldn't get a hold of it.
I'm surprised you didn't take it to a secret drawer in your bedroom or something.
That would have been a good idea. I never thought of that.
Too easy to steal. Yeah. I'm sure you never did anything like that, but I think it would be very easy to take the caps off and take one bottle and pour a little bit into another one.
And I know my brothers knew the technique quite well. We had a place for us to sit around that my grandfather had built, but we'd sit around that counter. We all had our specific spots to sit. My dad would come home from work and listen to Paul Harvey and eat around that counter. It was a Norman Rockwell kind of environment until after lunch, when my brothers and I start fighting again.
Well, now, did you ever run out of ketchup?
Oh, yes, many times.
When were you issued the bottles?
Whenever my mother went to the grocery store, which typically would be on a Monday.
I guess you look forward to that.
Oh, Evans, yeah.
Jack Ed Irons of Dallas says the worst thing in the world was to run out of ketchup. He has always had an entrepreneurial streak and sold ketchup to his brothers for 10 cents a shake. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.
Time for the market report, brought to you today by Stephen Dement, financial advisor with Edward Jones. Member SIPC is located right here in Muleshoe in his office at 104 West 2nd Street. Call 806-272-4102. Speak with Stephen or Branch Office Administrator Dana Rempe. They can assist you with any of your financial needs, no matter where you live. The market report was recorded this Monday, March the 28th, 2016 at 11:40 a.m.
This is Dana Rempe of Edward Jones, member of the New York Stock Exchange Incorporated, bringing you the daily financial market report. U.S. stocks are little changed as investors evaluate economic data for potential signs on when the Fed may act on interest rates. Reports released this morning showed personal income declined, while personal spending was flat for the month of February. In a separate report, pending home sales gained more than expected. Investors now look forward to a key jobs report to be released on Friday. U.S. bond prices are higher to start the day. So far this morning in the S&P 500, the best performing sector is consumer discretionary, while the worst performing sector is energy. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 49 points to 17,564. The S&P 500 Index is up 4 points to 2,040, and the NASDAQ Composite Index is up 4 to 4,778. This morning, volume on the New York Stock Exchange is moderate with 274 million shares traded. Advancers are outnumbered decliners by a 3-2 margin. In commodity markets, the spot price of gold is up $3 to $1,220. The spot price of silver is up 5 cents to $15, and crude oil prices are down 30 cents to $39. In bond markets, the 30-year Treasury yield is currently 2.65%, and the 10-year Treasury yield is 1.87%. In stocks of local interest, Procter & Gamble is down 11 cents to 82.78. Berkshire Hathaway is up $1.29 to 141.40. Xcel Energy is down 4 cents to 41.19. Pfizer is down 15 cents to 29.93. Walt Disney is up $1.08 to 98.30. Apple is down 15 cents to 105.52. Johnson & Johnson is up 31 cents to 108.62. Vodafone is up 17 cents to 31.47. And Chevron is down 32 cents to 94.53. This is Dana Rempe of Edward Jones, member SIPC, serving individual investors with personalized attention and long-term financial advice at 104 West 2nd Street in Muleshoe. Daily commentary is also located on our website at edwardjones.com.